So I've got Iain's lovely ZX Spectrum 48K here. That's a Samsung made machine, working perfectly. Now I've done the composite mod on it, and at the moment I'm loading deflector. But how am I doing that? Well, what I've got here is a little circuit. We have a little MP3 player which has got the WAV of deflector on there, and a little circuit, because normally a Spectrum would not load from this sort of device. The signal isn't loud enough. So what we've got here, and the camera's not going to focus on it, but what we've got there is a Schmitt trigger circuit, and this is the circuit that's in the later Amstrad Plus 2's tape deck. And what that's basically doing is it's set up so that the audio signal is effectively amplified. It's not quite amplified, but it's turning that audio signal into a logic level signal, which the Spectrum can then handle. You can see I've got some wires going off there, 5 volts from the Spectrum, the signal going out to the Spectrum, and a ground wire. And as you can see, it's quite happily loading deflector off the MP3 player. And this circuit here, I'm hoping to do a little version of it. Basically, I've got a PCB design which will put all of that onto a very small little piece of circuit board, which could actually be fitted inside the Spectrum. There's a capacitor that you can remove in the Spectrum that is between the ear socket and the rest of the circuit. You could desolder that capacitor, and you can solder in this circuit in the middle, and this will do all the work needed to let these Spectrums load from pretty much any modern audio device. The basic thing is that the Spectrum is looking for a loud signal of over 2 volts peak to peak, which a cassette recorder from the day would have generated quite easily, as the headphone output on those was designed to drive quite low impedance loads, so 2 volts peak to peak was quite easy to generate. But these days we've got modern mobile devices and low power devices, and they're designed to run headphones which are fairly high impedance, 32 ohms or greater, and you only need millivolts to produce ear splitting levels of audio from small bud earphones like that. So that's not good enough for the Spectrum. So the Schmitt trigger circuit is basically working to convert the signal into something more suitable for a Spectrum, and that's just a single op amp. It's a 741 op amp. It's nothing critical. And as you can see, deflector's almost loaded. Oh, there we go. Deflector's loaded. Absolutely perfectly. So yeah, there we go. Just a little bit of fun there for that.